Hello everybody, this is Friends of Bobby here, and welcome to another NASCAR race review. And today we're going to be talking about the whatever it's called 400 at Kansas Speedway. Yep, I don't remember the name of this event. I will probably put in the title because reasons. So, this race was interesting to say the least. Oh yeah, you're probably wondering if I might talk about the Autism Speaks 400 thingy-majiggy flip at Dover. Unfortunately, I didn't watch that race, because, unfortunately, I just, well, couldn't quite do it. Well, recently, I uploaded the video at Seekonk Speedway, which, for some odd reason, nobody seems to care about. Yeah, so if you didn't see this video that I did at Seekonk Speedway, go watch it, because it's a interesting video to say the least. I don't understand why 0 people clicked on the video. I guess for some reason maybe it was affected by the little glitch thingy where you know, sausages occurs and the video doesn't get sent out because YouTube's algorithm is rubbish. So because I went to Seekonk Speedway that day, I couldn't watch the Dover race. And to be honest, I really didn't miss that much from the Dover race anyway. Not really much happened in the Dover race. Apparently, Alex Bowman led some laps, and No Todas led laps at Dover. And to be honest, I don't really care, because it turns out that Kevin Harvick dominated the whole day, winning stage 1, 2, and the race itself. So, I couldn't care less about Dover. At first, I had a bit of a fear that I might miss the race, but it turns out that I didn't miss anything. So, to be honest, I'm kind of glad that I missed Dover, because nothing even happened there. Or maybe something did, you can tell me, but I don't know. I'm just not into the Dover race, you know. So, but now we go to Kansas, the first points night race of the season, I think. Yeah, definitely the first points night race of the season. I say points because there was the Daytona duels, which were at nighttime, but don't really count towards points, at least to my knowledge it doesn't. So this race in Kansas was slightly better than most of the mile and a half races this season. You know, most of the mile and a half races this season have been boring, but this race in Kansas was more interesting, we'll say the least. Like, at least stuff happened. Like, at least there was a few crashes. Yeah, there were some parts of the race where it was kind of boring, but that's pretty much that's been this whole season. But apparently Kyle Larson, despite the fact they started near the back of the field, had a... My nose is all being sausagey and stuff, because of course it is. Kyle Larson was very fast. So fast that he went from 35th to first place, and he held first place for quite some time. And I was hoping that Kyle Larson would possibly be able to win this race, but unfortunately stuff happened. And apparently Ryan Blaney led some laps as well, so that's good for Blaney. I wish he could have won this race, but unfortunately didn't. So good to see Kyle Larson win a stage and Blaney to win a stage as well. So, yeah, and then near the end of the race, there was some big crashes. There was a big crash. William Byron slammed into the outside wall. Apparently, most people were, like, a bit terrified that William Byron crashes into the outside wall. I don't think it was that big of a deal, because at this point, NASCAR is so safe to the point where you can hit a wall at 150 miles an hour and possibly still be alive. Well, maybe I just don't know what it's like to be in the car. Well, I do. It's a bit terrifying, and it must have been terrifying for William Byron, but I've never been in a race car, or a real race car, so I don't know. I have been in a virtual race car before many times, but, the crashes then don't really do justice to what's like in real life to have a crash. Anyways, moving on from that. Actually, no, before that, there was a bit of a spin there was some contact between Daniel Suarez and I forget who else it was. So that was interesting. And to end the race, there's a restart, and looks like that Kyle Larson might try to win the race. But then Kyle Larson has a troubled restart. Actually, no, it was the crash that Kyle Larson was someone involved in, so he had to go down pit road. And so several cars pitted, but several cars didn't. So then there was Truex and Logano in the lead. And of course, Kevin Harvick was back there. And I would have been fine if Truex would have won this race, but kind of wish it was somebody else. But of course, Kevin Harvick has to come through the pack and just steal the show and win the race. So that's going to be second win in a row for Kevin Harvick. 5th overall in the season. I guess it is kind of hard to deny Kevin Harvick's talent, but he's still not my favorite guy. So, I don't know. But maybe I'll begin to somewhat like Kevin Harvick going into next year when Ford brings in their Mustang into the Cup Series. I'm honestly keen to see how well that Kevin Harvick is going to do when the new Mustangs come in, because I have a feeling that the Mustang is going to have the exact same problem as the Toyota and the Chevy, where it takes them a while to get used to the Mustang body, and, you know, they have to tune it and stuff, and I don't know how it can be such a difference just to have a slightly different body style. I mean, it's still the same car. You know, there are a few slight differences, but I just don't see how the difference can be so great to the point where one year you're driving a body that you're used to, and then suddenly the next season you're to a new body, and suddenly you're complete rubbish. Like Hendrick Motorsports. You know, Hendrick Motorsports has just been rubbish this year, to be honest. Well, except for Chase Elliott winning the duels at Daytona. Well, Chase Elliott in general. Chase Elliott is the only Hendrick driver that's been somewhat decent this season. Everyone else, not that good. Jimmy Johnson went 2 laps down at Kansas. That is ridiculous. And William Byron and Alex Bowman were just average as well. So, I hope that Hendrick Motorsports can get their stuff together. If not, then they could be going down the drain. So I guess we'll see. Oh yeah, Matt Kenseth was. This was Matt Kenseth's first race back in NASCAR in the Cup Series here in Kansas. And everyone pretty much forgot about that as soon as the race started, because Matt Kenseth was rubbish in this race. He went 2 laps down with Jimmy Johnson, whereas even last season when Matt Kenseth was running the 20, while he wasn't doing super well, he at least managed to stay on the lead lap, and staying on the lead lap is something, you know? It's not winning, it's not doing extremely well, but it's something. It's better than being lapped once, twice, 3 times, 15 times, you know? So, as soon as this race began, really, I just completely forgot about the fact that Matt Kenseth was in this race. He was just doing nothing in this race, so hopefully Matt Kenseth can eventually come out and do stuff, but I'm just not sure. But that's pretty much going to wrap up this race review. No NASCAR Heat 2 video today, because unfortunately my device is, or my iPad is on having a bit of a memory thinking me drink flip again. It happens now and again, but, you know. So there might be a NASCAR Heat 2 video tomorrow, but I'm not sure. There could be no video tomorrow, but if there's no video tomorrow, then there will hopefully be a video the day after that. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm not that good at predicting the future. I just realized. I used to be good at predicting the future, but now not so much. But anyways, guys, hope you have enjoyed this video. Oh, also, it kind of sounds like my voice is a bit different. My nose is a bit stuffed up for some odd reason. And my throat is all saucy and stuff for some odd reason. At this point, I'm just dragging this video around now. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video.